What is up, guys? What is up? Do you see me right now? Alright, so today's topic is how to be more patient. How to be more patient. I think it's important that we all need to learn how to develop patience in our lives because, most of us, we all want things to come quick, right? We all want things to come really quickly. And by the way, if you can see me right now, please message down below because I'm not sure. I'm experimenting with new software and everything, and I don't know if it's... I hope it's working. Please let me know. But yeah, in personal development, it's really important that First, Funny Spaghetti, hell yeah, you're first! Welcome. So, today's topic is patience. I just released my my new Patreon page, and most people would be like, oh yo man, if you want to blow up on YouTube, you just do like 5 videos and then one will blow up and you have 1 million subs. It's like, no, the expectations are not like that. The reality is not necessarily like that, where you need some amount of patience, you need some amount of realistic expectations in order to succeed. You can't just expect that you're gonna get shit super fast right the fuck now. Hey, by the way, if you can hear me well, let me know. I hope, because last time I had trouble with audio. If you hear me well, Funny Spaghetti, let me know. Or any of you 3 guys watching right now, let me know. And if you have any question, you can always interrupt at any moment. Feel free to interrupt. And yeah, so most of us, or degree, when we expect to have success or whatever, most of us are off by a factor of like 10. It's really hot right in here. Like, I don't have a fan, so I'll have to swipe my face every 5 seconds. But yeah, we're off by a factor of 10 or something like that, because let's say you think that you can get like your business profitable in, like, let's say 6 months. You're like, yeah, in 6 months, man, I'm gonna turn that business into a full-time whatever thing. And then 6 months later, you're still struggling. It's like, how about 60 months? Think about it. Would 60 months be more accurate? That's like 4 to 5 years. That's a lot more accurate in my opinion. It's like, you want to get your dating life into you want to get your dating life into check, become good at attracting the opposite sex and getting dates and following up and having a great dating life. You would think, oh yeah, in 2 months, 3 months, I'll get over the approach anxiety and I'll be fine. How about 20 to 30 months? Would that be more accurate? Like, literally a factor of 10. Like, whatever goal you have right now, multiply by 10. Ask yourself, 10, if I had 10 times more time, if it took 10 times longer, would it still be worth it? And if the answer is yes, then probably that's the thing you should do right now. Probably that's what you want to do. But if you're off by a factor of 10, and if you multiply the time by 10 and it's still not worth it, then you might want to change to something else. Right. To become a famous musician, if it doesn't take you 2 years, but it takes you 20 years. 20 years of grinding it out, practicing every day, like 2 to 3 hours per day, getting the gigs, networking around the industry and whatever for 20 years. Would it still be worth it? And 20 years later you become famous, would it still be worth it? Or do you want to become famous in 2 years and you can't take it any longer? There's a way. There's always a way. So you gotta be willing to be patient, be willing to accept the reality of achieving success, whether it's success in personal development, it could be success at life or whatever thing you want to be good at. So yeah. By the way, if you have any questions, let me know down below. I can answer it. And right now I'm literally just ripping off the top of my head. I literally did not plan this, and I'm even late for this live stream. But what comes with patience as well is being imperfect. For example, a live stream like this, I could, become impatient and be like, oh fuck, well, I should have planned in advance. I should have been more. And become highly self-critical when things don't go as planned, as fast as it could. For example, you expect to become really good at something really fast, whether it's meditation, musical instrument, whatever that is, and then one day you just have an off day, For example, for me right now, it's kind of an off day right now for that live stream. Kind of feeling out of it right now. But patience also, it's important to also accept the off days. Accept the days when you kind of be out of it, or you kind of be struggling a little bit, to get to get everything straight, to be fully in alignment with your practice. Some days you'll fall out of it. Some days you'll be totally into it. And patience requires that you are on this type of, you are willing to stay the course, stay the plateau. I talked about it when I talked about discipline in my previous live stream. It's like, yeah, patience also comes with discipline. It takes with time, and you got to be willing to, also by being patient, you also want to have a good plan of action as well. You don't just want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna achieve success in a few months and just gonna wait. It doesn't also work like that. You also have to have a good plan of action. You gotta know where you're headed. You're gonna have a clear vision of where you want to go, and when that vision is clear, it'll be a lot easier to stay patient, to stay on with your vision, to stay, in alignment. Because if you don't really know where you're going, well, where is your patience going to lead to? There's need to be some sort of value, standards that you're aiming towards. So specific values that you need to live towards. And whether that's contribution, art, mastery, humility, confidence, contribution, family, community, whatever values that you aspire to, love, right? They have to be clear. Because if those are not clear, then no amount of discipline and patience is going to matter. It's just going to lead you to a dead end. You'll live your life. Very patiently. You'll work on yourself. But hey, you could be patient and work at, let's say, you study at school for years, and you realize, 5 years, 10 years later, that you were patient for all this time to get this degree, but that patience wasn't applied in the right areas of life. I think there's sort of patience is only sort of, it's sort of a tool. It's resilience. Patience, that's sort of your tool to achieve what you want. But patience and discipline alone don't matter if you don't know where you're headed. So that's why I wrote an entire book about life purpose that you will be able to find in that description down below. I think when the live stream will be over, I'll put the link. But it's important. You have to sort of have a sense of who you are and what you truly want. Where your authentic voice lies. Patience it has to go somewhere. So yeah, I'm kind of repeating myself, but hey, Ray Padilla, nice to see you again here. If you have any questions, just let me know. Yeah, so patience. See right here, I'm just kind of seated there, not only here left ear. Yeah, I know. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix the microphone thing because it's only going to the left for some reason. But yeah, patience. Even let's say maybe you're seated at live stream, and let's say if I were to just pause like that for, let's say, 5-10 seconds and say absolutely nothing for just a few seconds. Our minds, it just wants to jump to the next thing, and just staying silent like that for 5 seconds it's a lot of time. Like, our mind will fix your mic, bro. Yeah, it's not the mic. I think it has to do with the I don't know. I have to play with the plugins a little bit and make it work. But yeah, it's yeah, our mind just keeps jumping to the next thing, you know. It keeps jumping to that's why most people are not happy and miserable. It's because they're unable to sit with themselves in silence, unable to sit and do personal development, you know. Sit down, meditate, sit down, work on themselves, sit down, journal, sit down, just with silence. Can you do that? And you know, the wisest of monks, the wisest of people, the most self-actualized people, you know, the monks and all the people that are very good at meditation, there's a reason why they do meditation. It's because I think the hardest thing for a human being to do is to do nothing. Sit down and do nothing. Can you do that? Sit down and do nothing. It's hard as fuck. That's why the height of, it's so paradoxical, but the height of personal development is to sit down patiently and do nothing. How fucked up is that? You know, like, all people that go on to personal development are like, yo, I want to become rich, I want to become the best with women, I want to become like a rock star, whatever thing. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, personal development, it's actually about learning how to reintegrate yourself, be chill with yourself, not resist the present moment, be willing to accept circumstances and how it unfolds, and be willing, you know, to sit down. Be patient. Are you patient in your life? Let me know in the comments what you're struggling with right now. Because I think we all, you know, we can be patient with certain things, but there's always that one thing that we have a hard time being patient with. Very patient with. Me, for example, it's, let's say, doing the dishes and buying groceries and cooking. This type of thing, I'm like, fuck, I gotta do it. I just want to work on my videos, man. I want to hire someone to do the groceries for me or whatever. And we all have those moments. We all have those little things, that little pet peeves that like annoy the fuck out of us. We're like, fuck, I gotta do it right now. But yeah, sometimes you gotta fucking do it. You gotta do it, and it's you know, I think the beauty in life and the fulfillment should also be found not only on the path, you know, towards success or whatever endeavor you want to be good at, but also in the little things. So let's say you take a shower, you brush your teeth, and it's kind of this meditative practice of just kind of, you know, letting the water, you know, go down on your face and just kind of standing there and like closing your eyes and pretending that you're like, you know, taking a shower under a beautiful waterfall in the tropical forest 5,000 years ago, you know. And being at peace with that, you know, not rushing to go to the next moment of like, oh, after my shower, I have to fucking do all my homeworks for school, and oh, I gotta pack my lunch for work or whatever shit. And it's like, no. Right now, present moment, yo, enjoy. Eckhart Tolle was right, you know. The present moment is really it's really important. And you know, it's kind of vaguely alluded to by you know, by all these spiritual people, but it's very important. The present moment is so important. Like, to be patient presently at the moment is so important. You know, we kind of underestimate that. We keep you know, at work or wherever the fuck we are, we just kind of we run away. We keep running like we're like chickens with their head cut off, and we're such on a rush. We're so busy all the time. Like, how busy are we? Like, think about it. Are you busy? Let me know in the comments. We're busy, but not the good busy. You know, we're like sort of the busy that's running like hell. Running like hell. Just like running away from ourselves. Running away from, you know, the reality. What's the reality? The reality is, you gotta go to work, you're gonna make some money, you're gonna make some food so you can eat, you gotta live, and you're gonna take care of your family if you have a family. And we just keep running away from all of that. We cannot be patient right now. We can't sit down right now. We can't sit down and just understand, like, whoa, shit, like, this is reality right now. And be patient with reality. No, reality is something unacceptable, and it's socially conditioned. Like, we condition ourselves like, yo, society, reality right now, man, is, right now we're all about escapism. And even right now, you're watching this live stream, you guys that are watching right now, maybe you have something going on in your life right now, and you're like, oh, you know what? If I watch Nameless, I'll feel a little better. If I watch this live stream, I'll feel a little better. But, this can guide you for sure. But at the end of the day, you also have to sit down and, do the work with yourself, Ask yourself, hey, so what's going on in my life right now? How can I improve it? Sort of do a self-assessment and be patient with yourself in that regard. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck else to say. I think I've beaten this topic to the ground right now. Let me know in the comments what you want to hear left. And what do you think about patience? Are you patient enough? Are you not patient enough? What's happening in your life? And whenever I'm going to meditate, like sit down and going to straight stand, my spinal cord, it's not silent feeling. It's like they are superior version myself teaching me what to do to be able to get my truly wants in life. I think that's introspecting. Not sure I understood your entire comment, but meditation. What's the DJ what would do? Meditation. It's about for sure. It's sort of when you sit in silence, you're not totally in silence. Why? Because when you sit in silence, you realize how loudly your mind is speaking, right? We all do that. Whenever we sit down, we're like, holy shit, my mind is going everywhere. And it's in the quietest of rooms, at the quietest of times, that your mind and your emotions will scream the loudest. How paradoxical is it? It's in the quietest of places, quietest of times, where your mind will scream the loudest. And that is why at the quietest of times is the best time to work on your personal development, to reintegrate those disowned parts of yourself, admit to yourself that you were escaping, admit to yourself that, wait, I have to live my life, I have to grow myself, I have to develop confidence, I have to do all those things, get my life back, into check. And that's why I think it's really important that we practice, not just watch a live stream about patience, but actually practice it. Whenever, let's say you're waiting in line for a coffee and it's taking 5 minutes longer than usual, here's an opportunity for you to practice patience. Really, you sit down and like, hey, it's coffee time. Well, I'm gonna wait in line now, which is totally fine, and you should be willing to do that. If you're stuck in traffic, same thing. Use this opportunity to practice patience, and when a hard situation will occur, let's say you have to work on an important project of yours, you will have already practiced patience in all those mundane little tasks, and then it won't be as big of a deal now because you practice patience. I think a good thing is like list down like 5 moments in life where you get the most impatient and how you can practice patience more. I think a good thing to do is just, as you're going through that thing that's making you feel impatient, just kind of slow down and you be fully aware of the moment as you're feeling yourself being impatient, and breathe through it. Breathe through it and accept that, hey, you know what, this moment might take 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 5 hours, an entire month on this plateau, an entire year struggling to make this business work, to make this YouTube channel profitable, whatever goal you have, and be fully okay with it. be fully okay with the time that it'll take. And also, another exercise that I suggest to you is that, whatever goal you're pursuing right now, whatever goal you have, no matter how big or small, ask yourself, if it took 10 times longer, would it still be worth it? I think that's a great question to ask, because it really will test your assumptions and values. If it took 10 times longer to be successful and whatever area of life you want to be in, if it took you 10 years to master a specific sport and make it to a professional league, would it still be worth it? Of course. If it's really important to you. If it took you 10 years to be successful at YouTube, if it took me 10 years, I'd fucking do it. 10 years, of course, it's totally worth it. But if you ask that 10-year question and you can't, you can't envision that, and you think it's too crazy, then maybe it's time to look somewhere else. Maybe that's not your purpose. Maybe you still need to do some soul searching. How to practice this when you want it the most? I'm working on just letting go. Yeah, Rukus. Great question. I think, patience comes with a balance. Hey, Gamers Does Random, what is up? 20 minutes in. 20 minutes in and people are starting to come. Awesome. When you want it the most and you want to let go, yeah, that's the hardest, really, because when you want it the most and when it is the hardest, it's kind of this needy energy kind of, it makes it harder almost, because it makes you sort of like frenetic, sort of like uneasy, and then when obstacles happen, you're like, fuck, there's an obstacle right now, fuck, I have to keep going, and sort of this mental torment just kind of slows you down even, you kind of fuck, where's the book? One second, bitches. 1 second, bitches. 1 second. Where was it? In the book. Where was it? Oh, I think I have it. I do have it. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, okay. So when you become needy for the result, what happens is this is what happens. This is the obsessive. So what the obsessive does is that they actually instead of accepting the plateau, what happens is that they just frenetically trying to overcome that plateau, and eventually they burn out and they crash. See, I crash here. Dun, dun, dun. You don't want this to happen. What you would want instead is, like a sort of fuck, sir. Like a sort of upward curve like that, and sort of like mountains gradually going up and up and up. So this is I think the number one thing is awareness. If you're just aware of it, that hey, I'm being a little impatient right now, all of a sudden, just by telling yourself I'm being a little impatient right now, this is like all of a sudden you feel patient. You'll be 10% more patient. It's kind of like, you ever happen to you, like you're in a bad mood, and then you tell your roommate or you tell your friend, like, hey, today I'm kind of in a bad mood, I didn't eat yet, and I had really bad grades at school, or I fucked up this relationship of mine. It fucking sucks. All of a sudden, just because you were aware of it, you feel better, and you feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders. So whenever you feel impatient, just tell yourself, I'm feeling really impatient right now. I'm feeling totally impatient, and this is, fuck, I really want it right now. I really want a girlfriend right now. I really want to be successful socially right now. I really want money right now. I want to make a lot of money and have passive income, so I don't need to fucking work anymore at this stupid day job. I'm impatient. And then all of a sudden, just by saying that, like, oh fuck, what a relief. Now that this is out of it on the table, now, fuck, let's get back to work. Just kind of like get it out there, like accept it, this sort of thing. As far as patience goes, it is indeed a great challenge I sometimes I don't see the rest of your comment, but it is a challenge, man. It is a challenge. It's like every single the more we're conditioned by society, the more everything about society right now is so fast paced. Everything is so fast. Everything is happening at lightning speed. Anything that you ask for, you get it right now. Fast food, you get it right the fuck now. Right. Results, you get it right the fuck now. Like television ads are like, yo, you wanna fucking whatever 6-pack thing? Buy the App King Pro, right? Like from 15 years ago. Sorry. But yeah, it's yo, man, nothing comes fast, man. It's like this YouTube channel right now. I released my Patreon page that I'm actually gonna link right now, just for fun. Advertisement. But I released this Patreon page, and I'm like, fuck, man. Oh man, I want people to to fucking pledge for me and to give me money, so I can give up my fucking day job and I can do this full time instead of one live stream a week. I could do 5 live streams a week, some shit like that. But I'm like, then I was like, okay, patience, man, patience, yo. Even if it takes me 5 years before this starts becoming really profitable, I'm gonna fucking take 5 years. And you gotta tell yourself that, but also don't forget with patience that you also combine the right plan, the right structure in place, the right system. And there are many systems you could follow. There are many programs that you could take. So whatever you want to be good at, for meditation, for example, don't just do one technique and do that all the time. I'd say experiment with different techniques, different breathing techniques. I'm experimenting now with this shamanic breathing technique that I've learned from actualize.org. It's a really good video, and it's really it's like a meditation times 100. Imagine you could, while you gotta be patient, you also gotta find those high yield techniques that are gonna accelerate your learning, accelerate your mastery process. And you want to be highly pragmatic and rational in your pursuit to that success. Have a good plan of action, and good action, and also patience. If you have only one, let's say you're only patient but you're stupid and you can't think for yourself, then you're gonna end up like all those Asian kids that become doctors and they don't even like their profession. I say that because I'm Asian. Don't worry, I'm not racist or anything. But yeah, you also gotta have a good system. And if you can become extremely efficient, let's say like Tim Ferriss, the super optimizer, the embodiment of the 80-20 rule, Tim Ferriss, then I think at some point you'll be able to you'll be so efficient at what you do that actually you might not necessitate as much patience. So always aim for efficiency with patience. You don't want to be blind and take action with your head cut off, right? So do your research, whatever domain you're in. Okay, let's just say let's take learning the piano. Okay, learning the piano, there are specific scales that if you learn those basic scales, then you can play anything. And those are like the 80-20. If you just practice those scales and you study them, you could play anything almost, And I think the same way with playing guitar, there's those scales that if you learn those basic patterns, you can play any metal song, you can play any death metal song. And for example, on the guitar right now, there's those basic chords that are called the power chords. If you just learn the power chord, you can play 90% of songs on the entire fucking planet. Everyone uses power chords in their songs. So see, find that high yield technique. Find that one thing that will make you learn as fast as you can. In dating, it could be learning cold approach. You know, doing one approach per day for 30 days or something like that. Approaching one cute girl a day. And then in 30 days you get you get something. You get something out of it, and it doesn't take that much effort. You know, it's less effort than, let's say, going out like once a month for like 4 hours and like grinding it out at the club and getting rejected. It's like, there's like those techniques that are sustainable, that if combined with patience, will get you better results. You know, something like that. As far as patience goes, it is indeed a great challenge. I sometimes struggle with it, so what I do is to clear my mind a bit. Maybe it's exercise, then eventually make a plan to fixing this mess. Yeah, for sure. I think a good way to be patient is also to cultivate a good, a healthy type of lifestyle. You know, exercising. I'm on the ketogenic, right? I'm on the ketogenic diet right now, which is amazing for energy. I'm probably gonna update you guys more on this. If you want to know more about my diet, way of eating, you can check my my Patreon, because I'm gonna release more personal blogs there. But yeah, like for sure, having the good system in place, having sort of fuck, my mask keeps falling, so annoying right now. Having a good lifestyle too, for sure, helps your brain to be more focused, to be less foggy. You know, so you know what the fuck to do. The more I want it, the farther it always seems. Yeah, for sure. It's like whatever you want, and I'd be curious to know what exactly you want, because you say it. What do you want? I might be able to help you out on that. But for sure, like often it's a balance of wanting it, but also being able to let go of it. It's the most paradoxical thing. I'll be right back. Just gonna get a pin. Because my mask keeps falling off. You know, all of you guys are like, "Yo, why do you wear a mask, man? Yo, why? Yo, why don't you take it off, man? Yo, are you insecure? Whatever shit." It's like, no, actually, you know what? I'd actually want to take that mask off. I'd actually want to talk to you guys with my real face. But, you know, I am nameless now. I am a superhero. I am God. So, you know, as God, I have to live up to the image of God that I have of myself. And I'm like, yo, fuck it, man. Now I am a superhero. There's no turning back, you know? I didn't choose the way of the superhero. The way of the superhero chose me. And now I have to wear this mask all the time now, because this is the way of being a fucking hero, you know. So I'm a hero. Fuck it. What have I? But when I don't want it, I feel like I'm never going to get it. Yeah. It's like you know when you really truly want something, you truly want something. You think this is helping you out to actually want it, and it is helping you out to some extent. But then also you feel that if you were to lose that need, you think that you would stop, let's say, going out and getting better socially, or you would stop going to the gym, or you would stop making amazing art. You know, for example, there's a lot of artists that are like really crazy, like sort of insane. You're like some insane type of artist that you know, they're really depressed, like Vincent van Gogh. I think he cut his ear or something because he was so insane or whatever. And you know, those artists thought that if they became happy, then their art would start sucking balls, right? They would start sucking balls, because they sort of have this dark emotion about it. So it's sort of like this need about something. It just kind of becomes this. You think it's helping you out, but actually no, it's holding. I think if you truly let go, if you were the happiest, like your mind would be so free, and you would pursue that goal with so much more ease, right? Because anytime you resist the present moment, what happens is that you kind of lose touch with you lose touch with the process. You're no longer in the process, and when you're disconnected from the process, then you can't learn optimally. and then you're gonna become this sort of like frenetic, obsessive energy person, and you're gonna burn out. All right. Are you Asian, bro? Yes, I am Asian. Hell yeah. You can try to guess which one, but I'm not gonna tell you guys, cause yeah, I am Nameless. Literature Corner. That's a cool name. Do you do like videos on books or stuff like that? Anyways, the last woman I dated wanted me to choke her out during sex. I didn't, of course. Is this the new normal with women? A 50 Shades of Grey thing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have a good book for you, actually. It's called My Secret. Wait, I'll type it. My Secret Garden. Okay. This book opened my eyes. I haven't even read the entire thing. I'm barely like 3 hours in, and it's like a 16-hour audiobook. If you're really bored, listen to that book. You can find it on YouTube for free. Definitely listen to it, and instead of watching porn, just listen to that book. It's better than porn, guys. It's really better than porn. It's like women talking about their deepest rooted fantasies, and it's so crazy what women have in their heads, man. But men are just as crazy, I think. I don't think even as crazy, but like it's we have like some crazy shit going on, like some women, like they they have like rape fantasies, like fantasies of like incest and all this crazy shit. Check it out. I think it's totally normal. If she wants to be choked, then I think if you want to bring her to the height of sexual pleasure, then you should, obviously you don't want to kill her, but do it in a respectful yet sexy way. You know what I mean? The self-taught, in your opinion, makes more than being a successful learner? Maybe. Does being self-taught? Being self-taught, for sure. I am self-taught in almost everything. I wish I had a mentor. And it's so interesting, right? Like all the great people that many people that were successful, I think half of them had mentors, and the other half did not have mentors. The other half were self-taught. Like for example, people like I was listening to this interview by Chase Jarvis and Robert Greene, and Robert Greene talks about the importance of having a mentor, like extensively, an entire chapter in his book Mastery about having a mentor. And he did not have a mentor himself. Robert Greene did not have a mentor. It's like he talks about it, like you can still be successful being self-taught. It's just it'll be harder. Like Robert Greene, I don't know how old he is now, like 40, 50 something. I don't know how old he is, but if he would have had a mentor, maybe at 25 he would have already published that book and be successful. But instead it took him like very long. So you can still be successful. It'll just take 5 times, 10 times as long. Literally 5 to 10 times longer sometimes. Kind of like me with game and pickup. I'm entirely self-taught in seduction and pickup, and that is why I'm still I'm not advanced level yet, despite the videos that I keep telling you guys. I'm not advanced. It's kind of true. I haven't gotten laid in months, so just to give you a perspective, guys. I think being self-taught is great. You learn to develop, to become a successful learner for sure. You learn to learn fast. You learn how to learn independently of what anybody else tells you. You become more resilient. You become, you become self-disciplined. You can listen to the previous live stream. I talk about that, which is really important. But also, it's kind of sucks that you could learn faster if you had someone, for sure. And so always try to look for a mentor. Always go on your quest to find a mentor. Actively find one. And if you can't find one, then that's okay. You can still be self-taught. It'll just be longer. So, talking about being a self-learner, check out my Patreon page, and if you actually pledge $1 or $3 or whatever, how much you pledge, you will get a free coaching session with me, a 20-minute session. And you might, we're talking about being self-taught and mentorship right now. This is your opportunity. You get a free 20-minute call right now. Free 20-minute call. We can talk about anything you want. And even if you just, if you just want to support me, you can just check it out. And this could be a great opportunity for you to shave months, and maybe even years off your learning curve of personal development. Whatever you want to learn, whatever you want to become more self-actualized, I'll give you because those live streams, I can help you guys out. But like I'm interacting with you through like a 2-dimensional avatar of like 10 pixels each, and I'm just reading words on a screen. And what's important in a mentorship type of situation is being able to sense the other person's energy. Like every single word that you guys write down, there's an emotional component to it. There's personality behind it. But guess what? Through those words, I sadly cannot read. I cannot read that emotional component as well as if I would to see you face to face and hear your voice. So in 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes of us talking to each other, we could get like 5 hours worth of you guys just typing me random questions on the chat box. So this is, if you want to get results fast, get it right now. Get it right now, really. I don't know what else to I don't know how else to sell you on it, but true, I'm waiting to see if the Marine Corps will take me in, and I really want to go in. Unfortunately, the docs failed me for a really stupid reason, aka my lips, so now I'm disqualified and I'm waiting to getting in. So I AP. I'm sort of losing hope into going in. Any motivation to keep me going, man? Huh. Yeah, I actually have 2 friends in the army right now. Us in Canada, it's easier to get in the army, I think. But that's very respectable that you want to go in the army, because the army is something that requires so much discipline of mind, and being really, being on top of your shit, and really being focused, and being able to listen to orders and be really patient. I think the army is like the one of the number one place that will teach you patience, resilience mostly, and well, I'd say keep going, keep working on yourself. And you say the docs failed you for, I'd have to have all the details, but keep up at your dreams. I don't know if you fail, I think you can always reapply or something. Keep working on yourself. I'm Filipino. I'm here right now in Canada. Just moved here 3 months ago. Until now, I only had one cold approach ever because of English barrier, but I'm so happy. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, the first cold approach, man, is really the best. It really this is what puts you on the path towards success, the path towards becoming better. Is that number one, that first start in any domain in life, by the way. It could be, the first time that you pick up a guitar at the guitar shop, and you're like, "Whoa, I want to learn this." This is what happened. Let me show you. This guitar, this amazing guitar. When I saw it at the shop, I just kind of like, "Whoa, this is a sick 8-string guitar. I want to play it." And I picked it up, and I was like, "Yo, I can just play! Holy shit!" And I fell in love. It's kind of like love at first sight, like that first thing. It's like the honeymoon phase, and I think we all need this honeymoon phase to, I think, to get started on something. When you have a marriage, a wedding or something, you get married, and you have this honeymoon phase with that partner. It's like, yeah, awesome. It's sort of like the propelling force that gets you started on that path, But after that, it's important to keep going. After that first approach, after that first period of excitement, it's like you have to sustain it. Sustain it. Sustain it. And be patient and achieve success. Just here in Canada, but back home I always pull to my apartment. Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But yeah. So guys, it's been 45 minutes. I'm getting not really, but sort of tired right now. So all of you guys, shoot your last questions right now. I'm gonna wrap up right now. Shoot it. Shoot it. Machine gun. Because I'm gonna end soon and you want to get your questions answered. And yeah, don't forget to check the Patreon page if you want some coaching as I talk to you about. Only pledge $1 and you'll get that special offer. Just message me afterwards. Alright guys, so thank you for watching that live stream. And yeah, I really hope that you practice patience in your life, that you got something out of that live stream. Because I think it really is a foundational topic of personal development. To be willing to sit down and be patient. Patience in everything, man. Everything, like there's everything that you do in life is like an opportunity to practice it. It's like the Zen master, the Kung Fu master, sort of like you know, in those in in Karate Kid, where like he tries to catch a fly with like his chopstick or whatever. It's like just like the ultimate like patience. You just like he sees the fly, he's like catches it. It's so cool, you know. It's something. It's so badass, you know. It like when everyone is reacting like, holy fuck, the traffic right now, holy shit, oh my god, what the fuck, and then you're just be able to just be chill, peaceful, relaxed. It's the best feeling in the world, man. It's the best feeling in the world. You should have a weekly set time. Yeah, well, I want to put like 7. I'm trying to put like 7:30 right now, but right now I took the wrong bus and I went to the gym late, and I thought, hey, you know what? It's better to do a late live stream to not do a live stream at all. So, you know, I still fucking did it. But yeah, thank you for the feedback. I am working on it. I gotta work on being more punctual, you know. It's one of my weaknesses. The docs fell for chronic lips. Literally, they make it a big deal for my lips simply peeling. So pretty much with guys breaking their bones or has terrible disease. Meanwhile, I got disqualified for. Oh, that that sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like check the criteria of selection. I hope you can reapply. But yeah, thanks a lot for your support, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. How do